Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, Pig. So about a week or so ago, Ultimate Custom Night made its way to mobile devices. You can find this thing on the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's on iPhone, iOS, and Android. So yeah, you can play it no matter what device you're on. You do need a certain amount of RAM. I believe it's either 2 or 3 gigabytes of RAM. So luckily, I'm able to do it. It depends on how old your phone is, basically, and you might or may not be able to actually go ahead and get this game for yourself, but for the vast majority, you'll be able to. Even if you can't play FNAF AR like me, you'll probably be able to play this game unless your phone really doesn't have that much RAM. So, yeah, guys. So, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing Ultimate Custom Night Mobile. So, since this game has already came out, and this is just a mobile port, I won't actually be talking about, like, the game itself, and, like, the lore of the game, and how each character works, the voices. No, I won't be talking about that. I will only be talking about how it works on mobile, and how it shines on mobile. So with that being said, I hope you guys understand that, and without further ado, let's get into the Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night mobile port review. Alrighty, so let's start off with the main menu. The main menu looks basically just the same, but as you can see, when you tap on the characters off to the right hand side, you'll see their character info, as well as the 2 up and down, which you just tap on, as you can see what I'm doing with Rockstar Freddy, to turn them up, and you can also do the same to turn them down. Now you'll see on the side, there's a few options. There's special, scores, settings, and go. And I'm just kind of showing you guys that you can turn the characters up and down real quick. But you can do this with all the characters, and you can see their info for each of them. So whether it be Phantom Mangle or Molten Freddy, it's all there, and you can just turn them up or down. And you can just press special, and there's a set all to 0 button. There's also add all 1. There's set all 5, set all 10, and also set all 20, so you can try 50-20 mode. That's with all characters on 20 AI. There's a score where you can see what your high score was, as well as your best 50-20 mode time, and that's just there. I keep showing it. But yeah, and then if you go to settings, you'll see that there's a game quality, which ups the quality if you have that checked, but if you don't want to have too much lag, you can turn that off. And vibrations just makes it vibrate when there's a jump scare. And the aspect ratio goes ahead and makes the aspect ratio smaller. Now, there are these in-app purchases with the survival kits. I'm not too impressed by them, but if you want to buy them, they're about $4.99, I believe. But there's a loading screen. You saw that for just a second. That's kind of what the loading screen looks like. But let's check out the game itself. So you're in the game, you've pressed go. Here's the control menu. The controls menu probably doesn't even have to be here. The controls very, very self-explanatory, but they are there. Every time that you start a new night for the first time of opening the game, you'll get that, and if you leave the game and rejoin it, you will once again get that. So we are on 50-20 mode, actually, just to kind of show you guys how intense things get. But it just kind of shows you how you can press all the buttons. You can use that cursor to dodge Nightmarion. This is just kind of like a real instance of where you might actually use the controls this much. And I believe right about now I'm about to get the puppet jump scare. The jump scares have not changed at all from the original game. They're the exact same as they were before. They might look a little bit graphically worse, but for the most part, they're still there. And you can just, again, set all to 0, and you can do whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and get the new office set up right there, and you can play with the new office. You can go into settings. I don't know why I'm doing that exactly, but we're going back. I think I pressed that by accident. And we're going to go into the game after we put on the DD repel, so that way it doesn't mess up our run real quick. So yeah, but that's what the power-ups look like, if you were wondering what that looks like. And the loading screen right there is pretty cool. It's got a golden Freddy. Here's what a new office looks like, but this is my kind of what the controls look like run. So if you tap on that fan, the fan will turn off. As you can see, if you press that red button, it's the same as it's always been. You can put up the mask. And again, the gray button kind of puts up the monitor. The monitor is almost the exact same. As you can see to the right, you have the doors, which you can control on the monitor. You might see up there on the top, there's also the power generator, silent ventilation, power AC, global music box, and off, which you can press all of those, and it works pretty seamlessly. There's the 12 a.m. button. There's the wet floor sign, which you can tap twice to make it move, and you just tap the doors. You literally just tap the doors to get it to close. And yeah, that's with all of them closed, and you just untap them to get them opened. It's really self-explanatory. There's the bird. You can tap on the bird. Rockstar Foxy looks a little weird here, but you can just tap, and there's also reset ventilation, which you can tap, and long holding on that top golden Freddy button makes you leave the run that you were on. But that's basically the controls. Now I'm going to talk about my personal thoughts. So now I have some nice just background gameplay for you guys to watch and kind of get the idea and feel of the game. But I'm going to tell you guys, this is basically the review portion if you want to put it that way. But this game is pretty well made. There's only a few issues that I have with it, and I'm going to talk about that right now. So, as you saw in 50/20 mode, Nightmarion is made very poorly, if you ask me. I mean, that's the only way that they could make him, by making a fake cursor, but that fake cursor doesn't feel good. Like, you have to hold on it and move it around in order to basically dodge Nightmarion. You could start off a night not knowing what you're doing at all with that cursor and get jump scared within a millisecond. It's insane. It really is. Less than a second you could get jump scared because you couldn't even see the cursor at first. The cursor is invisible when you first start up the game. Very unusual. Very weird. I don't understand why. Also, a lot of people have said this, but Ballora and Scrap Trap are very fast reactions, and it's really hard to move all the way over by tapping and then tapping the door. It's really, really a fast reaction, and you can't go that fast on mobile. You just can't. Unless you're prepared for Ballora or Scrap Trap to come, you just can't move that fast on mobile. That's just not how it works. And it's really tough, man. It is. But yeah. Also, Old Man Consequences can really lag the game. If he's on with a lot of other characters, he really lags it up. He is really hard to tap on, and that's not a good thing, because he disables your monitor. That's a pretty big deal. And the fact that he can lag, not only that, but he's hard to tap on, that's not good, because he's a pretty big threat. Especially in like 50/20 mode and stuff. That's not something you want to have to deal with. And unfortunately, he's just really, really, really annoying. The graphics are pretty good for mobile at the best they can be. They're not the greatest, though, of course. But for such a big game of this size with 50 characters, I'll give it to them that the graphics are pretty good. Also, with a game that's a size of 50 characters, for 50/20 mode, not lagging that bad, that's really good. One issue that I do have, another issue that I do have, though, is when you put up your monitor to go ahead and look for some fast coins, which appear randomly on your monitor, placed around, it's really hard to tap them when there's other buttons that are covering them. It's just really annoying. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't get the fast coins, like, it's really hard to just tap on them when there's a bunch of other buttons, and the fast coins can overlap other camera buttons, making it hard. Like, say Bonnie's in Pirate Cove, you accidentally press that button because you wanted a fast coin. Well, you're dead as far as your camera's concerned, and that's not a good thing. So there's just a bunch of, like, accidental button presses that you can do. It's just really annoying sometimes, and it's a bother. But I mean, overall, for a mobile version of Ultimate Custom Night, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. It's as good as it could be, and I'll give them credit. They could do a lot of UI changes to make the game a bit better, and to make it a little less annoying, but for the most part, it's really good. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. So take care. Bye.